Look, nice and natural there.
Oh.
A little bit far apart.
How about that?
Yep, there we go. Dale and Chris Petering, former members of Minyip, were godparents to one of my children, and they now live in Horsham, and they took me in for a few days. Horsham is the centre of the area known as the Wimmera, named after the river that flows through that way. It's the centre of a big agricultural centre. It's known for its broadacre farming, but of course it was eventually time to set off. So from Horsham I headed up the Henty Highway and cracked right up the Wimmera Highway to stop briefly for lunch at Matoa, and then I took an old familiar road back over to Minyip. You know how I had been managing to avoid rain so far this trip? Well, this day it seems that I had my own private rain cloud to keep me company. Over the Yarriambiack Creek. This is Rabble Park in Matoa. Matoa used to be my next door neighbour parish. Minyip, I was hosted by an old friend, Shirley Smith, and also greeted by Anthony and Karen Niwa. I can almost hear you ask, what's so special about Minyip? What's so special about Minyip? Did I hear you ask what's so special about Minyip? Well, let me tell you what's so special about Minyip. Minyip was my first parish upon graduation as a Lutheran pastor. I was married there. I had two of my children there. I have many special memories of that place. Let me share a couple. It used to normally take about an hour to go around the corner for the daily milk and papers. By the time I greeted everybody that I saw there and had a bit of a chat with them, my cat used to follow me down the main street, and this is as far as he would get. He would spend the rest of his day sitting on the windowsill of the butcher shop. Oh, there's Jerry's Pub, a favourite haunt for a quick pint on a stinking hot 40-degree day. It was also a favourite place of toddler Carl's as well, because Jerry would often give him a free Mars bar, so that every other time we walked past the pub, it was, "Dad, can we go to Jerry's Pub today?" "No, I haven't got enough money today." "Oh, but that's all right. You can go to the bank and they'll give you money." Well, explaining the difference between need and want was just fung straight over his head. A futile discussion. Well, after a few days it was time to brave the headwinds and the incoming rain to head off to Warwicknabeal. Yes, rain and headwind. You haven't seen much of that jacket, but you sure did this day. Coming into Warwicknabeal, the road turned northwards as I rejoined the Henty Highway and started towards Mildura. On the way to Brim, this is the thong tree, Cactus eucalyptus thong palkiflorus. Silo art at Brim depicting 4 generations of farming in the area. And then Brim has a lovely riverside caravan park run and operated by the Lions Club, $10 a night. So guess where I stayed? Settled down under the shelter of the playground equipment, and here is the Yarriambiack Creek, complete with some white birdie thingy. Isn't he lovely? Beautiful plumage, nice feathers too. Then tragedy struck. Well, actually, 2 tragedies. One is my beautiful Sea to Summit Etherlight sleeping mattress, the inflatable one, deflated twice during the night, and I haven't been able to find any leaks in there, either in the mat or and the valve, so I've had to find a substitute. The other is my kickstand broke on the bike. Fortunately for that one, my trekking pole turned out to be a pretty good substitute, and here it is. It seems pretty effective, well, at least most of the time. And then it was off again the next day. Northwards I go towards Hopeton, but then through Roseberry. It's okay, I've never heard of that one either. I had my first magpie attack. Sorry I didn't get any footage. I was too busy packing it. But here is an artist's impression. When in Hopeton, the owner of the cafe suggested why not try the Mallee Bush Camp by Lake Lascelles. $30 for a cabin. Not bad, I thought. So I thought, why not? But for $30, look at this. I got this whole dormitory all to myself. And who could resist a sunrise like this one? And so the next day brings me to Lascelles, where I cheated on this last leg up to Mildura. Look, I'm just going to leave it with my final clip with a bit of on-the-road commentary. Just before we go on to that, don't forget to click like and subscribe. And if you want to shout me a beer, check out the link in the description below. You can copy and paste it, and you can help me beat the bicycle blues with a nice cold beer. So I'll just leave you with this clip. Thank you for watching. Well, in terms of weather and everything, it's actually a nice day, which is a pity because, today I got a real touch of the blues, I think, because I know I'm going to be looking at headwinds for the next 2 days, some big distances to do until I get to Mildura. To top it off, well, I won't say magpie attacks are the cause of it, but they're certainly something that I really don't need at this point. I've had 2 so far this morning. Thankfully, they've not connected. I wouldn't mind seeing them connect to a truck, quite honestly. And just on top of it all, I have managed to score my first flat tyre. Nothing that can't be fixed, I suppose. But again, something that I really just don't need right now. So anyway, I've got about 12 kilometres into Lascelles. One way or another, I will get into Lascelles and I'm going to stay overnight for sure. Or maybe even better, where either way I intend to give myself a night to weigh up options how I can get to Mildura a bit quicker, so that once I'm there I can stay for a little bit, re-examine my gear, fix up the flat, just whatever. So I think the rest of the morning or something is going to be a day of thumb exercise. So yeah, anyway, you got to take the bad with the good, don't you? Okay.